So what you just heard was Ernest Bloch's Baal Shem, which is a suite of 3 pieces depicting Hasidic life. And the name Baal Shem actually comes from the nickname for the founder of the Hasidic movement, the rabbi, Baal Shem Tov, which means actually like name of good reputation, and having a good name actually meant more in, Judaic tradition rather than like money or that kind of thing. And so a lot of, I think, Bloch actually used a klezmer or a Jewish folk tune in this last movement, and it has to do with the daughter being married away. It's like, I'm saying goodbye to my daughter. But the title, Simchas Torah, actually has to do with like praising the Torah and like the recycling of, not the recycling, but the rereading of the Torah, or finishing the reading of the Torah and starting it over again from the beginning of Genesis. And then the second movement, which is the most commonly played movement, the nigun, which translates to textless melody or voiceless melody, is meant to stir the soul more than words ever could. And for me, this piece, I've never played it before, but I've heard it several times, but tackling it and trying to have something new to say has definitely been challenging, but you could definitely hear the drama, the passion, the highs and the lows, the joy and the sorrow that I think is a very prevalent dichotomy in the Jewish folk music that I've seen. And in the first movement, we have the vidui, or the contrition, which is like complete and utter repentance for sins. So there's like feelings of shame, of guilt, and pleading for help and for redemption. And so there's a lot of different emotions going through this piece, and so it is exhausting and challenging in a way to figure out how to pace yourself in playing it. And but I've really enjoyed learning it, and I really look forward to playing more of Bloch's pieces, maybe the Sonata next. But to finish our program today, my final dissertation program at UMD, I will be bringing out my good friend Madeline Novice, who I met, and she's the reason I actually was able to get established up here as a teacher. She's been a great friend and supporter to me. And we're going to be playing Rózsa's Sonata for 2 violins, which I feel like there's just the essence of Hungarian fun and dance, and also mimicking like the speaking qualities of the Hungarian language with the short, long. So you'll hear a lot of those fun, short, long rhythms. And you'll also hear some drones, some imitating of bagpipes, imitating of, trumpets and other things. And so I think all these pieces, the reason I love Hungarian and Jewish folk music is there's so much color, there's so much life and expressivity, especially through like the human voice. And so I realized I just, opened a can of worms with so many other folk music traditions I want to look into. And so I really appreciate you all coming. I want to dedicate this performance to my professor, Professor Solness, who I've worked with for the last 4 years, and who's put up with all of my shenanigans and big projects, and I'm so grateful for you, and who got me into Hungarian music in the first place. I'm also grateful my parents are here, and my dear friends, and my husband, and of course my lovely best friend Michaela, and my best friend Madeline. The M's just have me going all the time. So I'd love to welcome Madeline Novice to the stage, please.